All right, reminder, when Coach is done with his opening statement, we do have microphones on either side of the room for questions, so please raise your hand, be recognized, get the microphone for your questions. Coach?
An incredible win for our guys. I'm very proud of our football team. I'm proud of their resilience throughout the season and finding a way to keep this streak alive and finding a way to try to make sure that our seniors leave here the right way. Like I told our guys, we got a prideful university and we pride ourselves on winning, and it's a resilient group of guys. A lot of guys were here last year and they had the same thing when their backs was against the wall. They found a way to win the ball game, and it was good to see that out of our guys. Today they didn't give up. They found a way to come back and make the plays that we needed to make, and we got the dub.
All right, first question, front row here, right?
Coach, can you kind of summarize what this win means in terms of beating a ranked opponent, beating an ACC opponent, 5 wins with one more win to go to be bowl eligible? Can kind of summarize what this one means tonight?
It's mean a lot to our program. Hopefully it's that defining moment that we all knew that can happen. You probably heard me say a lot that we're close, and it's good that our guys kept believing and found a way. And like you say, to beat a ranked opponent was big for us, especially a team that was struggling. We were on a 3-game winning streak, and a lot of teams would have given up, and our guys didn't, and they found a way. And it says a lot about them. You know, our players and our coaches just stand together, and we needed it in the worst way. And we got one more to go against our arch rival next week.
Gonna go to Kurt, God bless.
It was hardly DeAndre's best game. I mean, especially in the first half, you kind of saw the accuracy issues. What does it say about him? I mean, in that moment, game on the line, he kind of makes the throw that he does to Morian.
Well, I think we've seen that throughout the year. He can make some bad throws, but he come back and make some big throws for us. And all he needed really to do was settle down. The first half, he just really wasn't himself with some things. I know one of the throws on the interception it was his fault, but it wasn't his fault. It was his fault because he threw the ball. And he shouldn't have, but he missed some open throws earlier, but it was great that he bounced back and made the plays we needed to late in the game, and it was pretty neat. You know, Danny Cannell came and talked to our team this week, and he spoke about sometimes all they need is just somebody to step up and make a play that can change some things around, and sure enough, in that game we're struggling, and then Tamarion Terry and DeAndre make a play for us, and had a perfect time for it, and that was big for us.
Stay there, go to Corey.
Really on that play, had you run a similar pass route like that all game? Is you had an automatic or is one-on-one?
We ran it early in the game. You saw Nooney Murray catch one early in the game. It was the same play there, and it all goes by the coverage, what coverage we're in. You know, we know if they're in a certain coverage, and they're going to get one-on-one with Terry. We'll take that any time, you know, and again, it was good. You know, we tried to go to him early in the game and didn't get to him, and I was impressed with Terry because I know he was frustrated, wanted to make a play too, but he hung in there and again made it when we needed the most.
Coach, there was no quit in that football team tonight. Can you talk about that and the momentum headed into rivalry week?
Well, again, it just shows you the resilience of our group of guys and how important it is to them. You know, I say every week they come ready to practice, a lot of energy, and we have good weeks of practice, and it was just good to see them come and translate that to the football field today. Again, by no means we were perfect, but we found a way to win the ball game, and a much-needed ball game. And again, we're still playing for something. We're playing our arch rival, and we're also playing to keep the bowl streak alive. You know, that's really important to all of us. And it's important that we come in and have a great week of practice again, and show up and show out next week.
Stay over there on second row, on the right side.
Were you surprised that BC didn't go for it late in the game?
No, I wasn't surprised. Again, they went for it a couple of times and didn't make it. You know, so I wasn't surprised, especially at that time. And you think about us offensively, we really wasn't doing anything. So to try to get us back and stop us, I probably did the same thing. So not surprised and glad they didn't.
So the offense got off to a sluggish start, the defense pretty
It was great. I mean, our defense had been doing that throughout the year, and we needed it the most at the worst way this game. We knew we were going to have a team that run the football and run a lot, and all you hear all week long is how physical their football team was, and no one talked about our team being physical, and I'm sure that ticked our guys off a little bit, and they showed some physicality tonight, and to me that's how we're supposed to play football, especially stopping the run. And again, we knew they're going to run a lot and they'll get some yardage here and there, but I thought our guy did a great job of just holding him in check. A year ago he had a big game, and our guys remember that too, and it was good to see that they took care of business.
In the last 3 weeks of gone, how did you keep this team engaged through just everything that's happening?
Well, we always talk about it as a football team since day one. There's 4 fights we got to fight against every single day, and we've been preaching that since day one. And our guys are buying into it, which is one is public perception. We got to fight against public perception every single day. 2 is division from within. We can't have that. 3 is fatigue. We can't get tired. Turn that phone off. And 4 is us versus them. That's how it goes. And our guys buy into those things, and then we watch film and we're honest with each other. When we don't do it right, we don't point fingers by watching, and they see who makes the mistakes, and then we go and try to fix it. And I think our guys bought into it, and that's why we're not hanging our heads down, and why it's not hard for me to get our guys up each and every week and go play, because they know when we do wrong and know we got to get it right. And it's great that they take ownership in that.
How big of a step forward do you believe getting this win after everything that's happened is?
Whenever you get a win after a 3-game win streak, it's a step forward again. No, this is just not a win. We beat a ranked team who was playing well. They lost to a really good team last week, but a ranked team that's been playing well, and it was great for our guys. That team there's a lot of seniors on that team who play a lot of football together, and for our guys to do that here at home was huge.
Front row on the far right, Sam.
Willie, on the 4th and 1 late there, they're doing everything they can to get your guys to jump offside. Just given the situation, game on the line, maybe season on the line, for them to be disciplined and realize what was happening. Just what does that say about your defensive front?
That was great. It was good. They called a timeout because we was able to discuss that in the huddle. We can't give them a free first down by jumping offside, and then after you saw them run a couple of times, you knew they weren't going to snap the ball. So that's something Coach Harlan, Coach Barnett, he works on weekly. About our guys sitting there and not jumping off. Same thing on some of our punts when there's in a short situation. And it was good to see that carry over. Our guys, we work on that, and they did a great job with it.
Ira, on the left side.
Willie, you guys recently made the move with Coach Barnett to the box and Coach Snyder to the field. What is
Wow, I didn't think you ever asked me that.
What is that giving you guys, I guess, on both ends?
Well, Coach Barnett, for the last 18 years, he's been in the box, and again, I know for me personally, just listening on the headset, I just thought from a communication standpoint and him getting his thoughts together, it would probably be better for him to be up there. And Coach Snyder's been with him for a while, and they really have a good understanding of each other, and felt like they can, on the sideline, he can help the guys from an adjustment standpoint, but more importantly, just as a play caller, being up there to see everything, how you see it all week, and just felt like he can call a better game from up there, and also we can get the plays in a lot faster that way.
Willie, I promise I'm not trying to get you in trouble here, man. Have you ever been in a game where they picked up a flag on a holding penalty?
I'm going to tell you what would be really nice. It would be really nice if those guys had to sit here and answer you guys' questions.
Agreed.
Because I don't throw them, I don't pick them up, I don't do it. I can't answer for them, but that would be really, really neat if they did that for y'all. I think everybody appreciate that.
Agreed. And also with Cam, the last 2 games, really, he's kind of looked like that guy again. Is he come rounding into form? Do you see a different guy these last couple games?
I see a young man that's patient now. I think what we were going through in the season, and you think about him and the expectations everyone had for him, and the season started the way it does, and he's not playing the way that he wants to. Cam was trying every which way to make a play for our football team, and I think that was hurting him more than it was helping him. And once he started to relax and started to be patient, he started to see how he can set a lot of those blocks up, or he can find a hole to get through. And to be honest with you, I think DeAndre, I got to credit DeAndre with a lot of that. He's done a great job these last few weeks of working with the backs and talking to them about slowing down and being patient. And that's been, ever since he's been working with those guys and they've been thinking about it, they've been playing better in the run game.
Hey, Coach, just curious what you take away from the secondary's performance tonight. 2 picks earlier in the game, but then Boston College started to have some success passing. Was that something they did offensively or just some missed assignments defensively for y'all?
I think both. Some they did, but a lot of it was missed assignments. We were so locked into stopping the run, and we'd come biting up and they'd get someone behind us. And again, the disappointing part of it is there in the second half, they kept doing it on second down. It's like for us, we got to acknowledge that and not allow them to continue to do those things, you know. But I think a lot of it had to do with them running the football and our guys so eager to get up to stop the run. And you still got to be disciplined, and especially with your eye discipline. And they did a couple of jet sweeps to get our guys off their man, and the guy come free. But that goes back to just being disciplined in your technique.
Brendan, top left.
Well, you talked about the defense a little bit and the physicality. I guess, can you explain the resiliency that the group shows? They gave up a couple big third downs throughout the game, but got some big stops later on. I guess, how mentally tough is this group right now?
It was great. I mean, I kept hearing Coach Barnett just say, we got to make a play. You know, first we got to get off the field. It's nobody's fault but us, you know, no third down, but we got to make a play, keep playing. I mean, you kept hearing that on the sideline by our guys, and they were always confident. No one said anything negative. It was the way the sideline's supposed to be. It's the way the defense. I thought Latavius Jackson was a great leader for us today. Just him and his being vocal with our guys was really good. His enthusiasm on the field was big, and then and Burns and the way he played and got some make some big plays for us. It's just different guys stepped up for us when we needed them to, and I thought they all played just some winning football for us.
You go to Arya down here on your left side behind the
Hey, Coach. Did you have a chance on that last drive before the defense ran out to talk to them? Did you have a chance to say anything to them before they ran out? What'd you tell them?
They don't have any timeouts. Lay on them, make the referee get you off of them. You know, let the clock run out. Let's keep them from going out of bounds and not give up the big play.
And what did you see from them in terms of what they were telling each other?
Who?
The defense before they ran out for the final drive.
Hey, the last drive is on us. You know, they say it's on us. We can finish this, and then they did.
To see a guy like Keyshawn, sorry, up top left. To see a guy like Keyshawn going a year ago he was an unranked recruit, and now he's leading FSU in catches in the game. When did you kind of know he was ready for the role he stepped into this year? And I mean, what's it been like seeing a guy like that step out in year one?
It's been great. You know, I remember watching film on Keyshawn, and it's funny because we're at an opposing high school, and the high school coach told you need to go over and see this kid. I'm telling you, Coach, he is the real deal. And he showed me film on him, and I was really impressed with him. And sure enough, I left there to go see him. You know, but I think that says a lot. Like you say, he wasn't recruited highly, but that's why we got to do a great job of recruiting and getting in there and seeing every kid and what they're all about. And when you met him, you knew he was a winner. You knew he was the kind of guy you wanted in your football program. And he was probably the smallest, but he got one of the biggest hearts. You know, and that kid told you from day one that Florida State is his dream school, and he was going to do everything he can to help get this program back right. And I mean, we saw it in training camp what he was capable of doing, and him and a couple other guys. And I think because of the struggle that we've had offensively, we didn't really get a chance to see some of these guys as early as we did. But as the year went on, they got better at what we're doing and have a better understanding of the offense. And they're making plays, and we anticipated them being better towards the end of the season. You know, we just thought they would get more plays. We thought we'd play better earlier.
Hey, Coach. I want to ask you about the last drive when Terry scored. You'd run 2 times before that. Were you guys kind of setting that up? Was that something you or Walpo kind of saw that this might play? And I guess also on top of that, just your dedication to the run. There were times this game and before where it hasn't done that well. You stuck with it in this game. And how much did that pay off for you?
It was huge. You know, we said it in this game, and we said it last week, but we said it in this game too. We got to continue to run the football. You know, that helps set up other things for us. You know, and that's pretty much what our offense is based on, is play action and setting things up. But when you don't continue to run the football, it's hard to do play action. And I wouldn't necessarily say we set something up on that play. We ran the ball, and we just went back to a play that worked for us early in the game, and we knew on second down they wasn't playing as much man coverage. They played a little more zone for us, and when we saw them lined up, we were like, man, it's the exact defense we wanted, and they both made Trey made a great play, and Tamarion did a great job of running after the catch.
Hey, Coach. You talked about trying to drown out perception to your team before the game. How different is perception from reality of what's going on with this team right now?
Well, perception, everybody's outside. They're not in this building. They're not at practice. They don't see anything, you know. All they can judge us off is Saturday, and it's on us to change that. I always told our guys, if we want people to say good things about it, we got to play better, you know, and if we don't play well, then they deserve to say those things about us. So we don't need to put our head down or get mad at anyone else there just doing their jobs, you know, but understanding, again, with perception, it doesn't change what you're trying to do. You know, we have a goal, we have a vision of where we want to take this program, and perception is not going to take us there. It's going to be us focusing on our vision and focusing on our goals and working to get there, you know. But perception is reality too, a little bit. So, but that don't mean we can't get to where we're going just because of the perception is we're not a good football team. You know, we got to do the little things to make us a good football team, and we did it tonight.
Coach, this is obviously a huge win for your program. What did you tell the team after the game?
I love them. Great win, and I love you guys.
Back over to the right.
To your right, Coach.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The job your guys did on A.J. Dillon, I mean, even when he got it, it didn't come easily. It seemed like there was maybe a bit of an attitude or an intensity there. Did you see that, and did you feel that?
Yeah, I did. That was the first time I saw our defense fly around to the ball. You know, it wasn't just one guy hitting them. It was 2, 3, 4 guys flying to the ball, and to me, that's Florida State football, and just running and seeing multiple guys hitting. I mean, I haven't seen our guys play like that, and they play with a lot of passion. You know, again, that's we've been won all the time from our guys, and but it was they focused on that all week, and we said we got to stop the run, and I'm sure a lot of them saw some film from last year and what he did to us, you know, and that was demoralizing, and we couldn't allow that to happen here.
We got time for 2 more. We're going to go to Ira on the left.
Willie, you and Coach Barnett talked this week about how resilient the team has been, even though they've been losing. But how happy are you for them to have something good happen to them on a Saturday?
Man, I'm very happy. I told our guys before the game, you know, it wasn't much for me to say, you know. I've said it all year, you know. I just want them to go do what we've been doing in practice. You know, I get frustrated because we have a great week of practice and we don't show it on Saturday. It's like, enough is enough. I've said everything. Now we got to go out and do it. And our guys did it.
Traditionally, we've seen your defense blitz a lot on 3rd and long. Today, we saw a lot of more 7- and 8-man drops in coverage, in zone coverage. Can you tell us what you were looking for?
Yeah, we were trying to get guys back and see the ball, and so they can play the ball, and hopefully we can get some more turnovers. You know, again, you can't keep doing the same thing and think we're going to get different results at times, and we're just trying something a little different, especially when we knew they had to throw the ball, and it was disappointing on those 3rd and longs when we allowed them to do it, you know. But it was just a change-up of what we had been doing. You know, I think you've seen it early. We blitz and we play man coverage, and you get pass interference. You know, but we try to help ourselves so we don't get pass interference.
All right, thank you, Coach.
All right, y'all have a good night.